to take a look at some facts and figures and just take it from there, okay? That's what we're going to do. Now, while I am sharing, I'll repeat that old mantra, don't shoot the messenger. Some of the information that I'm going to share today, you might not like it. I didn't create it. You might want to write the U.S. Census Bureau, something like that. Don't blame me. I'm just giving you guys the facts of what's going on in the United States as of today. We know whatever job we may have, whether you are a ditch digger, a delivery man for newspapers, whatever your occupation is, a family counselor, you know what your market value is. You know what that top salary is for your years, for your education level, for your demographic, for your geography. People in California get a cost of what? Living increase. People in DC get a cost of living increase. New York, places like that, they get a little bump. People who are doing your same job, okay, in DC and in California and other places, they might get an extra $2,000-$3,000 because of cost of living, okay? I'm wondering what your cost of living increase is supposed to be for what you're going through, for your unique skills, being married and whatnot. Y'all following me? What is your market value? We do have some young people in the room. Sometimes young people get a little bump. Okay, take a look at the NBA draft. Those guys are getting paid for their potential, not what they have accomplished. Are y'all following the logic right now? Okay, so what happens to the folk who've been in the game for a while? Okay, won a couple of championships, delivered a couple of babies. How these young folks get more money? Okay, I want y'all to think about that. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying right now? What am I saying? If I am a wife, I'm 40 years old, I have successfully raised children up to teenage years or maybe have graduated. I'm a veteran. I've proven that I know what I'm doing. But will the 40-year-old mother market value be higher than a 25-year-old girl who has not given birth to anybody? Are y'all following the logic of what I'm saying? I'm gonna get kind of messy already. Who has the higher market value in that scenario? The 40-year-old wife who's a proven winner, or the 25-year-old who hasn't proven anything, except maybe she's been a good girlfriend and knows how to go to spring break and party hard. I don't know. Talk to me, anybody talk to me.
Depends on what you're looking for.
Okay? What do you think the market is looking for? Ladies, I'm interested to hear what y'all think. Right.
Before you can get to be the 40-year-old with children, you've got to be the 25-year-old that's learning how to become. Life is not, it's not just a panel. Mm-hmm. Life is lots of micro steps. Mm-hmm. So before she can become a 40-year-old that has value, if you will, even at 25, she provides something.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I know that there are a lot of men that are older that are looking for younger women, and I think that could be for a plethora of different reasons, but for a reason, what I would say is like if there's a gentleman that has lived life, that's had to, do the hard work, do the manual labor, be the one that's always the responsible one. Sometimes you just want to be able to relax and just have fun. That's something that a 25-year-old is wanting to do. They want to, it's a carefreeness that they might enjoy. And then there are some that are just tired of everything and want to have a partner that's, hey, we could just go in and grab something to eat, go watch a movie. So I think it's just it really just does depend on who the person is and what exactly it is that they're looking for
and where they are in their life.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. This should say your romance market value worth can only be set by, here we go, if marriage is the ultimate currency. Your RMV can only be set, if it's being set, if marriage is the ultimate currency. What does Dr. Brown mean by that? It means anybody can date, okay? There's no commitment yet in just dating alone. Sure, commitment can come if you decide to be a lat couple, which is to say living apart together. Old folks would call it what?
Shacking.
What's that in?
Shacking.
Shacking. There's commitment in that. About 30, 40 years ago, there was such a thing that was very prevalent called, what is it called? Common law marriage. That word is not even hardly used anymore. Okay? Yet, if marriage is the key thing, your RMV is set by that. More practically, because I'm hearing somebody might be thinking, well, explain a little bit more. If a person is married and they ready to bail, they ready to get out of their marriage, and a person says, well, I know men who want to date me or women who might want to be with me. If they're taking you to Hotel 6, that doesn't mean they necessarily want to provide you with marriage, which is the ultimate currency. The person you're already with has already said your market value is lifetime. I want to spend my life with you. The person who is dating you, unless they propose and got all this stuff laid out, you don't know it until you get it. Everybody following what I'm trying to say? Okay? Questions. Who? How many? Where are they? What caliber of person desires to marry you? And are they better than what you already have? Okay? Any of us can say, well, my spouse is getting on my ever-loving nerves. But can you do better? Okay? If you think you can do better, what are you using as the measuring tool that makes you think somebody wants what you think they want? Somebody said, well, hey, I'm cute. Is that enough? I'm curvaceous. Really? Okay. Better question. Are you worthy of who you have? How is your present marital performance? Okay. Without justifications. What do you mean, Dr. Brown? Well, I would be a better spouse if my man or my woman listened to me more. I would be better if he didn't drink. Are you worthy of who you have right now? What is your RMV? Okay. Continuing. Perceptions of desire for divorce by gender. This is according to the Huffington Post a few years ago. This says, the first bar graph, of course, males is in the blue, females is in the red. Okay. Males, it says, females rather wanted divorce more. This is the question. So it looks like females wanted divorce more about 15% of the time in the first question. We both wanted to divorce equally. Males tend to be more of the person saying they want to get divorced. Male wanted divorce more. Okay. I suppose this one is actually who's planning to carry it out. Okay. The first one says females wanted divorce more. They were ready to go. Okay. But nevertheless, that's one of the latest statistics. This one gets into a few of the more detailed descriptions of things. And I pray you guys can see it because it is a busy slide. Okay. And this is where we're going tonight. When we start talking about RMV, we need to know the competition is real. Okay? Okay? If we want these kinds of folk, these savory social media, societal folks that's supposed to be desired all over the place, we certainly don't want to leave somebody that's making $80,000 and go down to somebody that's making $40,000, unless we have enough money we can hold it down ourselves. But nobody wants to decline in money if you can choose to. You see what I'm saying? Are y'all following this graph? Okay. Why would a person, and this is tailored, I suppose, a little bit from the men to the women a little bit here, because the women sometimes, I think statistically, have asked for divorce more than men, statistically. Why would these $80-some thousand brethren want to leave and get with somebody that's pictured down here with these guys? And the same is true for females. Don't shoot the messenger now. I can feel some of this brewing up in y'all spirit a little bit, maybe. Who are they going to choose, given the choice? And why would a female who's all of that's looking like, supermodel or something like that, choose a brother that's laying around drinking beer all day? Let's be realistic, whatever realistic means, about your RMV. Why would a man who's 40 or 45, I think Marcus was saying about that, 50, choose a woman who's already had all the babies she ever wants to have? Choose a lady that's already had all of her babies over a young lady who's ready to have some babies, if he desires to have more children. The lady who is in her 40s or 50s or whatever may be a wonderful catch, and I'm sure she is. But how much is that overpowering a brother who wants to have children and wants to have a wife, I suppose, that he thinks he can be with that will be more cooperative, things of that nature? Let me do one more slide before y'all jump down my throat. Okay? Consider the finances. Okay? Education does drive money. Education drives money. Unless you are a super dude with a rare skill. If you can do something that the majority of the human beings can't do, but it's desired, you get more money. But most of us fall into an education bracket. Doctoral degree knocking on the door of $100,000, depending on what kind of doctoral degree that there is. By the way, everybody who is a doctor is not a medical doctor. I'm a doctor. Dr. Linda's a doctor of education. There's different kinds of doctors. Brothers who have a high school diploma, on average, is making about $40,000. If you're dating a dude, unless he has superior skills, or if you're looking at somebody who doesn't have more than a high school diploma and he's flashing money like that, unless he's doing something very unusual, he is making about $40-some thousand on average. Now, I know he's driving a hot car and he just came back from Dubai, but he probably charged it, unless he won the lottery. Are y'all following the logic? We got to count up the cost now. All right. This one is a busy chart. I'm basically going to just say people that's making six figures are somewhere between 1 and 15% of the population. Everybody's got these high hopes of getting a brother that's 6'4" and 6'6". I just want a man that's tall and dark and handsome and all that, and they make up like less than 1% of the world's population. Okay, the average height is something like 5'8" of men. Okay, they 5'8". You get somebody that's 6 feet, 6'2", they're rare. Why do you deserve a 6'4" brother? And whatever you perceive you're gonna get from a 6'4" brother. Why do you deserve a high-powered, model-looking girlfriend? Or y'all see what I'm saying here? Everybody wants a millionaire, but do you have the vocabulary to hang with a millionaire and their friends? What are you going to talk about with such people? Okay, we have the average salary of African Americans, that kind of thing. All black folks making $1,000. What's this? Weekly, median income, earnings by age, that kind of thing. All right. Now look at your numbers. I'm almost done. Statistics by race. Basically, this chart is saying 70% of the black race are not married. 70% of the black race are not married. You have all races here, okay? If the average black woman in particular has 2 children between the ages of 15 and 50, 70% of them are being raised by a single black woman. Can that be done? You better believe it. Okay. My wife raised children single for years. Okay. And they're wonderful young men and women. Okay. But it's difficult. My wife might tell you I'm a little traumatized by all that hard work, raising them kids by myself, wishing a man would step up. What you say to that, baby?
Well, they're beautiful right now, but yeah.
Sure. And we ain't knocking nobody, but I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. I was a single father for a little while. Man, it was hard. I was frustrated. I was ready to kick the dog and yell at the cat. It's hard work. Have I got a witness here? All right. All right. I have some straightforward statistics here. Okay. 80% of black men are single and have no children between the ages of 40 and 49. 62.5 between the ages of 30 and 39 are single with no kids. 24.9, 20 to 29. Overall, what this is saying, 56% of black males in particular are single with no kids. Somebody's saying, where those brothers at? Somebody said last week, but some of them might be in jail, or they may be have alternative lifestyle. Whatever the case may be, there are some males out there that's like that. I'm not going to go through all the numbers. I will gladly share this information with you if you would like. Okay. But there's some real hard numbers out there. Here we go. Almost done. This might be the last one. I think it is. Steve Harvey made millions in books and in film with this theme right here. Think like a man. Think like a man. Truth is, in order to improve our R&V, men and women need to think like the opposite sex. It's what we want. We either want it before we have it, or once we have it, we want to please who we are with. Why are we struggling to think more like what we want? Men, it's been said, stereotyped, I happen to think it's equal when it comes to the desire for intimacy. Women probably want way more than what they say. Way more. Men, you just know they want it. But do we work on our skill to get it? I said, do we work on our skill to turn our mate on? Don't kill the messenger, don't shoot the messenger. Many women wait for the brother to make a move, laying there in absolute frustration, but have not opened their mouth enough to allure the man out. Had one woman say, well, Dr. Brown, I was trying to get my husband and I put on some laundry, I jumped on the bed and started dancing. I said, well, that's pretty playful. I'm not sure if he thought that was sexy or not. What am I supposed to do? I'm doing everything I know to do. Well, let's not be a stand-up comedian while trying. You don't have to, get dressed up in a costume and do things that's not sexy. Don't shoot me with them brown eyes I'm seeing y'all looking at me. And brothers, you just can't grope her into the bedroom. Come on now. We got to do more to think like what our mate wants. I've given you guys some facts and figures. I've given you guys some thoughts about a few things. I'd like to know, maybe go back to the first question. Who's more valuable in the scenario that I painted? The 25-year-old female or the 40-year-old winner, mother and wife who's already got it done? Aurelio asked, well, what's the market? For the female, I would offer, you don't set the market, females. Who you're trying to get sets the market. Well, I ain't gonna put on no makeup. I'm just gonna wear my hair the way I want. I'm gonna put on my muumuu dress and my whatchamacallit pants. And he's gonna have to love me for my inner beauty. When God didn't even make man like that. So you trying to change how God made a man? Or you want him to think like a female? See the inner beauty. Girl, you cute. Don't let nobody tell you. No, that's not if you're thinking like a man. Why are you saying that, Dr. Brown? Because when Adam saw Eve, he looked at her beauty before she even had a chance to say how intelligent she was. And I'm sure she was highly intelligent, the first woman. She was Eve. He wasn't listening. He was looking. He wasn't listening. He didn't discern her yet. When he first saw her, he was looking. And when he saw her, he said, wow. 8 out of 10 women will tell me, well, Dr. Brown, I don't know what but every time I counsel with them, I don't see them looking no different than the way they woke up in the morning. If you want your man, what are you willing to do to get and keep a man according to your romance market value? Ladies, and I'm saying this to ladies, not because I'm a man, but of the genders, this is a hard appeal for the genders too. Of the two genders, women have a hard time swallowing that. Sorry, don't be mad at me. It just is. Talk to me. Who wants to refute or agree or throw your water at me or something? Anybody, please.
I don't think women have a problem getting nicely dressed up to attract or to keep or to go out with their man. I wonder, do we men know how much time that truly takes? Number one, because that is, for lack of better words, work.
Well, hold on a second. Brethren, Brother Cole, Aurelio, Brother Marcus, the average woman. Now, if y'all grew up with sisters, you might have an unfair bias, or you may have witnessed this. The average woman to get dolled up the way you might want her to be dolled up, how long do you think that might take?
Cut the time in half.
What?
You wanted to be cut in half.
Yeah.
That's your answer.
But you wanted her to look like
So I'll say like this. I'll say
2
like
hours.
this. I only speak
2 hours.
I only speak from my experience. Right. My wife is not a woman that wears makeup. If she does wear makeup, it's very rare. Like if we're going to a wedding or something like that, and that's something that's always been appealing to me. You looking your natural, authentic self has always been a beauty that I've always loved because I've been around a lot of women and no issues for those that wear it. But if you give me a hug and half of your face is on my shirt, that's a ruined shirt.
Yeah.
I can't wear that shirt no more.
Can't take to the cleaners?
No, and then I have to come home and be like, listen, that's not my face, and that's my sister's face. You know how she had the whole cake up on her face. Like, no, that's too much. So if you're putting on a lot of makeup and that's what you grew up doing and everything else like that, like that's fine. However, for me, if you're just in your natural self, you just throw your hair up and throw on whatever it is you're gonna throw on, like that's good enough for me. Because I'm not putting on no makeup. I'm not putting on no lip gloss. If my lips are chapped, I'm gonna lick them. That's it. So it, I think it just depends on, and then it also depends on the woman, because if the woman feels like that is what I like to, that's how I feel to get, that makes me feel a certain type of way, that's fine. However, consideration needs to be made at that point in time.
Dr. Linda, was that sufficient? Or you want to add
Well,
more?
I'm just saying because I get more compliments from you when I don't wear makeup. And then there are times where you will ask me to wear a certain something. And I'm just like, okay. Now, if you want to see this and this and that, and whatever it is, that takes time. But then, here I am trying to get everything, pull it all together, and I'll wait for you in the car. It's like, sire, okay, you need to
Exactly.
roll back a little bit. You want a certain look, and that's great, because I don't have a problem. I don't take it 2 hours. I ain't taking 2 hours to makeup or otherwise for anybody. I don't care who you are. But the thing is that it does take time to get that alluring appeal. But at the same time, I get more from you when I'm not wearing anything.
Well, when I saw you, when I met you, you weren't wearing anything. And I was like, Adam, Lord have mercy. My imagination started running. Okay.
I have a comment.
Yes, please.
So past makeup,
Yes.
it does take a while to, you got hair, nails, the outfit, and you have to feel yourself in order to look good. And that's what appeals to the man. Because most men say they want a natural woman, but we want to feel good ourselves, at the same time. So hair might take 30 minutes, probably 40 minutes, all depends if it's wet, whatever the case may be. So that's the thing. Then you have your nails, then you have the outfit to make sure it matches the hairstyle, the earrings, And then I don't like wearing makeup that much either, but I just do like foundation and eyeliner, eyelashes, that's it. But even still, like if I don't wear any makeup, I want to feel good and want to feel beautiful no matter how long it takes. So it could take like a 30-minute shower, whatever the case may be, shaving my armpits. I don't know. Like I got to feel good in order to look good for you. So
the confidence. Okay. Question. Dr. Linda mentioned requests. Ladies, when a man is making requests, he's speaking about the R&B to a certain degree. I would like to see you look like this. That would be nice. Ladies, how do you take it when a brother makes a request? Are you responding like, well, you want me to look like her or that other person, or
perhaps,
go get them. Go get them.
So where's it
is it? Are everybody following me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the thought, though.
What's that?
I'll be honest.
I think that depends. That depends.
To me,
like,
it's
are you
like
saying I want you to look like this person or like this outfit? Like I think you look really nice in this outfit.
Either way.
Where are you
I
coming
think
from with it?
Either way.
I never got a
Either way.
request. That would sometimes help because then I'm like, what am I supposed to wear? I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to put on. I don't know what color to wear. Like a request would be nice.
A request would be nice.
Like, oh, okay.
You want to respond to that?
I do.
What? You do what?
I do want to respond.
You do want to respond? She's like, you want to give a request. She ready to take notes, brother.
Wait a minute.
Can y'all reciprocate? Can y'all take
Absolutely.
So here's the thing. And again, I can only speak about my experiences, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, I have shopped for you. I brought her to the store, I put her in a dressing room and said, hey, you stay there. I was asked if I was gay by a woman, actually, because I was pulling out things and everything else like that. And here's the thing, especially where my wife is right now, she's still trying to figure out what is her body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to force something on her that is not her. Her mother has a great sense of style as well, and so she has all of these different things, but she has to be able to know who she is in her style and in her sense. I can make a request. I've gone to Korea and stuff like that and bought some dresses and brought it back and said, hey, I would like for you to wear that. And she's worn those type of things for her birthday a couple of years ago. Sent her on a style thing so that she can get all dialed up and everything else like that. But if you don't know what your style is and you're still searching for that takes time. That's not something that's not something I'm gonna, I don't feel like my style sense that I may think in my mind may not be what something that she really likes.
But is Donut saying at all, Donut, and you respond to this, please. I want to create my style that's pleasing to my husband.
Absolutely.
So she's not like you're saying, well, my wife is still feeling out her style, what she's looking to. She's saying, well, no, I'm trying to fit what you want.
While still being comfortable.
Yes. Is that what explain that, please, ma'am?
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
I mean, it's like when I was like how I'm cleaning out the closet and like how it was a couple of shirts and I was like, well, I can't really tell.
Yes,
I could kind of take it here or there and I put it on. I'm like, how does this look to you? And based upon what you said, I was going to keep it or leave it, even if it was something that I didn't really know about. But if you had liked it, a lot of times I'll say like, how does this look on me? Like I'm wanting you to, how does it look on me? According to how you're liking stuff. Or just like I asked you while I was at SeaWorld about like the clothes and stuff like that. How would you?
No. How much do you value what your husband thinks of your wardrobe? How much do you value what he thinks about it on a scale of 1 to
10? 10.
Okay, this is what I'm getting at. Most women, not most, many are right where you are, and the brothers don't even know it.